Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Today we are talking creativity, we're talking community, and why arts matter. And I am just delighted to have representatives from Art Center Waco here, Duane Sartor, who is the executive director. And we have a wonderful collector here with us, Dr. Larry Cartmell, and we'll be talking about your collection coming up. And also Desiree Hardeman, you're the education
Yes.
director. So delighted to have you all here. It's been too long since we've talked Art Center Waco.
Thank you, Ann. Yes, it has. I'm excited to be here, as is Desiree, and I'm
Yes,
sure
thank you so
Larry.
much.
Well, you've got a lot of exciting things coming right up. The big exhibits. There is a big one called Amplified, right?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
So Amplified it was an open call, large works, so the works had to be larger than 48 inches in at least one direction. Our opening was last night. We have approximately 20 works, and they're all very large scale. They're wonderful, from local artists to regional artists. We had approximately right at 50 entries, and the jurors narrowed it down to these 20.
That's got to be
Wonderful.
a hard thing to do.
It's very difficult to
I know.
do.
So who do you have do the curating
So
in a situation like
our
that?
curator for this is Bella Perez, and she's our in-house curator.
Wonderful. Yeah.
She's wonderful with it. She's lovely, and it truly is a great show. You don't expect some of the detail that you see, but we have one piece that's Tchaikovsky, and it's a $22,000 piece.
Oh my goodness.
We
So
have
are these pieces for sale?
They are all for sale.
All for sale. Okay.
Yes.
Good.
Or 99% are for sale.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
The most expensive piece is truly, it's just delightful. It's a large metal sculpture in coral and pinks,
Okay.
55.
So it's not just wall paintings. It's
Correct. Oh no,
Yeah,
it's
it's
very mixed.
good.
So we have metal pieces. We have a very interesting. It's a triptych, which is 3 pieces, and it is recycled rock climbing rope.
interesting.
Yes,
Mhm.
and
Oh my
it's
goodness.
just beautiful. It will
People's
remind you.
imagination never
Yeah,
ceases to
it'll
amaze me. Yeah.
it'll remind you of like macrame from the 70s.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Okay,
All
and
right.
it's a wall hanging. We have a piece that has a lot of cardboard and electronics. It's a funky. It's pieces you'd find around Waco,
Mm-hmm.
and it was probably the most creative and ingenious of the pieces.
And
Oh,
that piece is also very interactive.
The
So
fingerprint.
yes, the artist has where you can have your fingerprint and you can put your fingerprint right on the painting
really?
It's literally pieces that have been found on the street.
Uh-huh.
of
So
Waco.
she's the artist has just moved to Texas. Her husband is I believe is a professor at Baylor, and she has an arts background and is just extremely talented. And her first project when she moved here was to collect pieces that she found, and
Mhm.
it's
Awesome.
Yes.
stuff
That
off the
is
street that comes
so.
to life in art.
It is such a delight to talk about Art Center Waco and this wonderful facility. I remember when it was all gutted and being, built. Tell everybody, first of all, if they don't know where you're located.
Yes, we're at 701 South 8th Street, and our property actually, there's a driveway on 9th Street as well as 8th Street.
Right, you can get there either
Mhm.
way. Well, you mentioned
Yes.
rock climbing. There's another kind of rock we want to talk to the good doctor about, and it is another exhibit that is starting up. It's If These Walls Could Talk, and you have a collection of rock posters, meaning rock and roll groups and so
Yes.
forth. So, welcome to the show. Thank you for coming. How did you get started collecting rock and roll art?
Well, I took the first one down off a wall in 1979 and never stopped. And now I have over 5,000.
5,000. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Yeah, do
So
you have a favorite?
No, you can't have a
Your
favorite when
favorite
you have
child,
that
right?
many. The first one was from a show of the Cramps and the Buzzcocks by a local artist named Brian Thompson. And he had a really nice kind of new wave style that was really popular then in 1979. And I've collected probably about 25 or 30 of his. And he did a lot of really unique types of posters, all black and white, for Little Wing Productions in Oklahoma, mainly out of Kane's Ballroom, and some for the Boomer Theater in Norman. And I was living in Norman at the time, going to the University of Oklahoma. And I worked in a used record shop that was right next to the Boomer, and we sold tickets for the Boomer. And so I saw lots of shows at the Boomer, and we had a great time going to those shows. And we saw all kinds of bands there that were incredibly good to see at the time. Tom Petty's first tour,
Wow.
all kinds of English bands that were coming on their first
A
tours.
lot of people went through Oklahoma. That is for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, your promotional card thing for the show is of Jimi Hendrix here from when he was in West Germany in 1969. That's a very famous poster. So you own this poster.
Yes.
So what are some of the most famous ones we will see in your exhibit?
There are lots of Grateful Dead pieces. Of course, those are very popular. There are a lot of pieces from Armadillo World Headquarters. I was lucky enough to go to the Armadillo, see about 5 shows there. Older pieces from Texas, from the Vulcan Gas Company, which was a psychedelic dance hall in the late 60s that was related to the Armadillo World Headquarters. There's older stuff from Hoffhein's Pavilion in Houston.
Oh, yeah.
There's stuff from the West Coast, from Fillmore, Avalon Ballroom. There's newer stuff of Soundgarden, Pearl Jam, Nirvana, everything.
Wow.
I've got. You can't have that many and it all just be one thing.
Yeah. So do you have these all rolled up in a tube, or how do
No,
you store
I
all
save
these?
all mine flat.
They're all. Are they framed? All of them framed? Or?
No, I ran
I mean,
out
that
of
would be
wall
I was
space
gonna
a
say
long time ago.
5,000 posters. Yeah.
I ran out of wall space a long time ago. I have a giant flat file that my wife bought for our anniversary in 1991 that came out of an oil field office in Dallas that they stored maps in.
Yeah.
And it's
Right.
and it's full. And about 15, 18 years ago, after it filled up, I kind of slowed down on buying
I wondered if you're
things.
still collecting.
I still buy a few things, but I don't buy the bulk that I used to buy.
Right.
There was about 20 years that I just collected really, really strong, met a lot of artists, and bought everything they had at the time,
Yeah.
and would buy stacks, walk away with stacks of things, actually,
That you did.
arm-breaking stacks.
This is probably the single largest, most comprehensive collection we've ever shown at the center.
Really? So, and how many do you have in this show?
We've tried to do this a couple of times.
Of large format posters, there's over 250.
Okay, a lot.
And there's a wall that's handbills that's over 250 handbills.
Oh, sure. And those are, that's
They're
They're
8.5
like
by
8.5 by 11s,
okay, kind
and
of
some
traditional size, yeah.
and some that are like
11 by 17.
yeah. Well,
Ish.
we're counting smaller than 11 by 17, like 8.5 by 14 or 10 by 14, and some of those are really unique too, and they aren't all just little Xerox things either. And some of those are old and really hard to get. Some of
Yeah.
those are from the Vulcan Gas Company. Some of them are from really unique venues too.
Well, I know as people come through, they're going to be reminiscing about these
Oh, yeah.
groups and talking about great concerts they've seen. Desiree, I want to talk a little bit about education, though, with you. Now, education is really a core mission of the Art Center.
Yes.
Let's talk about art education outside the classroom and what that means to you and the Art Center.
Well, before we jumped into that, then let's talk about the Flora Cameron Gallery. The Flora Cameron Gallery is awesome. Flora Cameron the state gifted us with 83 pieces of her private collection. And so we have a Chagall, we have LaFaux. It is absolutely breathtaking what we have. And we have a wonderful storage system. So even though we only have 20 displayed right now, we rotate that every quarter, and then the others are available. So, and that goes right into, oh, and it's a season of bloom.
Oh, okay. Yeah, tell me
Yes,
about that.
yes, so
Right,
it's beautiful.
it's flowers and
Yes,
things.
well, it's floral. It's flowers and also some abstracts that have a floral ambiance to them.
Mm,
So,
okay.
and to segue that into education, it is so significant to be able to have field trips for students to come, and that includes Baylor students, museum art students,
Sure, yeah.
to be able to come and see that type of museum quality work that's really not available in this area. You most of these you'd really have to go to Houston or but to be able to have that access right there, and it's free, and it's really exciting because one thing that we do is we explain some of the art. We help the children and adults see what that really means. So now, from February until March, we will have 3 exhibits.
Mhm.
All 3 exhibits will be on display, which is great for field trips. I'm already booking that. The other thing that we do is then we have a class where we have an art activity, and I usually tie it to one of the
Mhm.
exciting exhibits. So that's awesome. The other part of our education is that we have classes for children from pre-K all of the way to adults. We have our teacher cohort, which is fabulous. Through the teacher cohort, we've impacted over 10,000 children. So that is absolutely wonderful. And then
Mhm.
we have our museum studies. We have summer camp, which is fabulous. And we have scholarships available for that.
Now,
We,
people are already starting to plan ahead,
yes,
what they're going
yes,
to do.
they are. I've been receiving emails.
Hmm.
And then we have spring break camp, which is from
Oh,
March 9th to March 13th.
very good.
So those are available.
That's awesome.
While we have those camps, then we also look at the exhibits and teach them. And because the Flora Cameron exhibit is a permanent exhibit,
Mhm.
then we are really able to year round. And now we're able to have classes and have that education focus. My background is education. I have over 20 years of education. I retired as an administrator. But I tell you, so I wasn't really an artist, but
Mhm.
now I am so immersed in art, and I see how art transforms people. So through art and education, it's a game changer, and
Mhm.
it's very exciting. And so I'm just really excited and so proud of the things that we're doing. We are just exploding. We have so many classes and activities. I had to say, wait, hold on. We need to hire someone else, which is what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
So, in
Oh,
case
okay, good.
anyone is interested, we are hiring a teaching assistant,
Okay.
education facilitator part time, and then always I'm hiring artist teachers.
Oh,
So,
that's
yeah,
exciting. Exciting.
yes.
Dwayne, you've been at the helm during a time of growth,
Yes.
really exciting change. Um, what excites you most about the direction the Art Center Waco is going?
Probably the possibilities and being able to regain our footing with
Mm-hmm.
programming, especially on the education side.
Right, right.
Mm-hmm.
Build those classes back up. Everyone suffered through COVID. That was compounded by our leaving the MCC campus, searching for a building, finding it, remodeling, etc. And it's time that our goal right now is to rebuild education
Mm-hmm.
and to continuously have exhibits on display in as in all 3 galleries.
Yes.
And for this year we have starting with we actually started with AIA Waco in January, and they were up for a month. They had
Hmm.
their award winners from
Mm-hmm.
their architectural contest,
Yeah.
and then now with Larry's, and Larry's is the big
Exciting.
kickoff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and Larry, You've got a great story about how you got started
Mm-hmm.
doing all this, and it has to do with education and an art class that you were in. We're going to get to that, but we need to take a break right now, and we will do that. But we will be back to talk more with these great folks from Art Center Waco right after this.
It's football season, and we can create your outdoor tailgating spaces that is actually a part of your home. Bifold doors that tie in the inside and the outside, and you can gain anywhere from 1,000 to 5,000 square feet living space, all while taking in the big game, poolside. Call us at Gather & Co. Kitchen and Bath, where we can create your unique tailgating space.
Serving Central Texas since 1889, TFNB Your Bank for Life takes pride in being more than a bank. At TFNB, we remain committed to these principles. If you value them too, come join us. TFNB Your Bank for Life.
Today's show is brought to you by the Heart of Texas Home Builders Association. Don't miss this year's Home Products Show. It's January 31st and February 1st at the base at the Extraco Event Center. You'll see everything from home construction to remodeling, start to finish. Tickets are $5 at the door. I'll see you there.
Ready for a better kind of primary care?
At Patient First Direct Primary Care, you get unlimited office visits with same-day or next-day availability.
And instead of rushed appointments, we take the time to actually listen.
There are no insurance hassles, just clear, simple care.
You can reach us by phone or text because access shouldn't be complicated. Our practice has expanded to include Medicare-age patients as part of our direct primary care model.
It's a fresh alternative to the traditional insurance or government-driven systems, care that finally puts you first.
For more information, go to patientfirstdirect.com.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct. I let in the sun rays. More of the heat stays. Universal Windows Direct.
Right now, buy one window, get the next one free, plus no interest and no payments for 24 months.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
It's time to start something new at Allen Samuels. Drive in with huge savings on all of our Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles. From a trail-conquering Jeep Grand Cherokee, towing in style with a Ram Heavy Duty, or cruising the city in a sporty and luxurious Ram 1500, we've got the perfect ride for you. Stop by Allen Samuels in Waco, where we make car buying easy.
Come by, let's be friends.
Don't miss the Home Product Show Saturday, January 31st and Sunday, February 1st at the base at Extraco Event Center in Waco. You'll meet local professionals and see the latest building trends, discover innovative products, and find expert advice all under one roof. Plus, there will be games for the whole family and cash prizes. Don't miss the Home Product Show, January 31st and February 1st. Brought to you by TFNB, Your Bank for Life.
And we're back talking about Art Center Waco and some fabulous exhibits that are going on right now. There is Amplified, which is large works that are happening there. There's a season of bloom with kind of a permanent exhibit. And If These Walls Could Talk, which is rock and roll posters. And I love this because Dr. Larry Cartmell is here. You're a pathologist.
Correct.
And so you did your education at Oklahoma, University of Oklahoma, I guess.
Yes.
OU. And but what got you interested in collecting rock and roll posters?
It was my love of music, and I had an influential art teacher as a youngster who let us play music in our class. And one of the things that ended up happening was this Life magazine came to our house.
Okay.
And when I was in that art class.
Oh, my goodness.
While we were playing that same
that.
kind of music
Yeah.
in the class. And I thought, well, I want to try to make a poster like this in art class,
Oh,
a
okay,
psychedelic
okay.
poster.
Oh
And
gosh.
I
Remember
thought,
the
well,
Beatles and all, all that kind of
and
thing.
actually, there's 2 posters that are on that cover that will be in the show.
Yeah,
And we
Easy
have
Rider, right?
we have Rolling Stones, we have Doors, Yardbirds, 13th floor elevators, and those 2 of those are on that cover that I'm talking about.
Oh my goodness.
And we actually have Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, the whole gamut. Everything that I like and I've been to see a show of just about is in there. Maybe not the show that I went to, but something representative.
Mm-hmm.
And Jimi Hendrix is represented. There's lots of rare and unusual pieces for all of those. And Grateful Dead in Texas, there's 8 different pieces, 9 different pieces of Grateful Dead or Grateful Dead related pieces from Texas. Some of them collectors have never seen.
Really?
Really awesome. And then later, when I was old enough to really start collecting on my own and started pulling stuff down off walls whenever I was in college and was going to more shows that were, when